next month, and I'm really trying to improve my English to that, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. And you, Silvia, please introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Silvia. I'm from São Paulo. I'm 62 years old. I am a HR consultant, and I have been working in HR for more than 20 years. And it is the first time I'm having class with TALK. Yeah, and it's very nice to stay with you today.
That's so nice. This is your first time. So
Yeah.
how did you find TNT?
Sorry, I don't know. I think I found in social medias, probably. I don't remember in this moment.
Yeah, okay. For me, it was the same. So welcome to this immersion. So I will give a brief explanation how TNT works. We have immersions, that is this one. We have all levels of speakers here, and we just talk. We don't correct each other. This is not a class. We just talk about a specific topic, and we can, bring new ideas here. So, but we also have classes for beginners and intermediate students. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, that's nice. So in due Wesley, sorry.
Hello guys, good evening. Well, my name is Wesley William. I'm here on TNT 2 months. I have 29 years old. I am a data engineer. I live in Porto Alegre City, south of Brazil. It's cold here, as you can see. It's like 11 degrees Celsius. What else? Well, my free time I like to work. I work in my side projects. And I like to play games on the computer as well. So that's it, guys.
Okay, thank you. That's new, like working in the free time. That's new for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am Lara. I live in São Paulo. I work with IT. I am a developer and also like more related to data engineering, but I am a developer. I am here on TNT since the beginning of the last year, but I am as a hostess since October last year. I live in São Paulo, as I said. I have 23 years old. I am 23 years old, and I have two cats, Georgie and Rogério. They are always like through here. So yeah, sometimes you are going to see them. Okay, so let's start the conversation. Please, if I am going too fast, let me know, because sometimes I speak too fast, like even in English or Portuguese. So yeah. So let's start with the first question. Are you a planning person? And how often do you plan your life? Silvia.
I believe I am a planning person, and every day at night, I write what I have to do in the next day, and I try to follow what I decided to do. But sometimes I can't do that. But I consider myself a planning person, and the frequency is every day. Every day I write what I have to do.
Yeah, that's great. I think that it's a good frequency. For me, I plan every week, but every day I review what I did and what I should do. But I need to admit that I am more planning person than executor. Like I sometimes just plan, but I don't do what I planned. So I am working on that, having this consistency. But yeah, I have a great progress this year. And you, Julia?
Yeah, the same thing for me. I like to plan my week. Sometimes I'm not able to do everything, but I think I plan a lot my life because I have anxiety. So I'm always thinking about the future, and I make a lot of big plans, and sometimes they don't happen, but I like to think about my future and what I'm going to do next year,
Yeah, that's great. And it's good to have a lot of plans. I think that you don't need to do everything at the same time, but you can have a lot of options. So I like this idea. And you, Wesley?
Well, I consider myself a planner, and of course, it's a tutor because you need to have the two things in your life, right? You need to stay organized, set your goals, and go there and execute the actions and achieve your goals. So I have both of the things in a balanced way. I usually know every year, every new year, I update my Kanban. I have a board on Trello. It's a tool that you can create a board, and I just create the cards of my goals. For example, take some certifications, study a new subject, uh, things like that. And my main focus is on my career because I think it's one of more important thing of my life, my career, my personal life as well. So because it's related with my future, if I don't have any career, I will don't have any future. So I have to achieve my goals on my career, and then I will have anything that I want. So that's it. And on this Kanban, on this board that I said, I just create some short, medium, and long-term goals, and just go there and execute my goals. Set some period, the start time and the end time to just achieve the goal. I think that's important. You need to have a schedule, well-defined schedule to achieve your goals. So that's my way.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you have a Trello, like it's a lot. I would like to do something like this. So yeah, I would like some tips about it because it's good. So the question number 2, could you share any goals you have set for yourself this year and what motivated you to pursue these goals, Julia?
I don't know. I think I set a lot of goals this year. One of them I'm gonna do that it was go to my first international trip, and I will go in next month. But I also want to live in other city because I hate São Paulo, and I couldn't do this year. Maybe next year. And what motivated me is because I really, really hate São Paulo, but it's not the right moment to change my city, so I couldn't. But I also want to look for a new job for start next year. And when I am very motivated, I pursue this goal very well. No, so these are the two things that I want more. Look for a new job and move to some other place.
For this year, you have those 2 main goals. Move to other place.
Start this year, but
Okay.
for next year.
Yeah, good. It's progress. Like it's a good idea too, because we need to start somewhere. So yeah, I like the idea of also long-term goals. And you, Wesley?
Well, my case, there's some examples like taking AWS certification that is about technology. It's technology on Amazon related. So this one I already did. So it was awesome. The test was hard. I had to study like 3 months, I guess. I don't know. It was hard for me. But I like the challenge. I like to feel the the feeling that you are accomplishing things. I think it's nice, and when you just completed, you feel so much better. and that is opening more opportunities in the career as well. So it's an important thing to me. The next one is focus on my English. So I'm here on TNT, 2 months here. My English improved a lot, and I am just speaking. I do not started any grammar classes, nothing like that. Just speaking, and my confidence just increased, and the words are coming out, and I am speaking. The first ones I was kind of nervous, so much nervous, and I remember my first immersion was just me and the host. So it wasn't broadcasted to YouTube. So it was a safe environment. But stay here on TNT, speaking to YouTube, speaking with strangers, I think is a good way to improve the English as well. So it's a good, how can I say, a good decision to stay here on TNT. And I'm here every day, every day of the week. And one more point about it. The people that work from home, like me, it's important to stay speaking in public, like here we are speaking, because our skill of speaking in public will keep trained, so your confidence will keep it updated. So I think it's important, and it helped me a lot on my job as well. So it's very important. The next one, I think, improve my side projects. So I have those goals to improve my side projects, but I will not enter in any details. But that's it, guys.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree with you in the part of the speaking in public. I think that this is a great place to do that, and also to see yourself speaking public then after. And also your English is great. So yeah.
Yeah, I like to
You
see
did a
the
great job.
video, the recording on YouTube. I like to see after the immersion to see what I could speak better, because I still I am committing some mistakes yet. So when I just rewatch me on YouTube, I can see, oh, I just committed a mistake here. I could improve this one. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great. And okay, so yeah, still question number 2. Sylvia, do you want to answer?
Yes, of course. Well, these years I have 2 big goals for me. The first one is to improve my fluency in English, because I have been studying for a long time, and I can read everything, but when I have to speak in English, I don't have the same fluency. And the other one is to change my career, to change my job. And in this moment, I'm trying to open my own business. And what motivates me is to have more time, a free time, flexibility, and because I have been at work for a long time in my life, more than 25 years. So I think is the good moment to change and to have my own business.
Yeah, I don't know about the second one, but I know that the first one of speaking English improve your fluency is really great. Like your English is really good. Yeah.
Thank you
And you
very
speak
much.
very well. But as you, one of my goals of this year was to have more flexibility, because I work it a lot in the past years, and I leave to work, and then when I could relax, I was like, okay, what should I do? And I realized that I didn't have any hobbies or like any things that I like to do in my free time. So this is a goal that I set for me this year, and also save money. This is something that is hard to accomplish for me, but I still have more 6 months to try it. So I will keep trying. Okay, so the question number 3. Do you have any long-term plans and how well do they align with your present actions, Sylvia?
Long terms. To be sincere, I don't like to have a long-term plans because every day we have news, we have change to have think to change the situation. But if I have to say something, probably a long term to change the city. I would like to spend more time in a beach city. And but I don't know how long I will try to do that. Maybe 5, 6, 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I like what you said about like doing plans, and we are always changing that. So I totally agree. It's hard to sometimes, not hard, but I also don't like a lot to have long-term plans. So I don't write them in a paper, but it's kind of for me is a dream. In my case, I want to retire. This is my dream. I want to retire and to have free time in my life. And I think that this align with my present actions when I am trying to save money. I am not doing that right now, but I will do that, and this will align with my actions. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
And you, Julia.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all my plans are like short or medium term. I really like to think that one day I will live abroad, maybe have a career in other country. But I don't know. I think this is not a long term. It's more like a medium term. But I don't know. One day I want to have kids, so this will be a long term. I'm not doing anything about it now, so it's more like idea of my future, and maybe one day retire too, of course. Yeah, I think that's it. Lara, you're muted.
Sorry, I say that's great. And you, Wesley.
Well, as I said before, I do have long-term plans, and I think the main action that just align with the present actions is keeping investing money, because if you do that, you will have freedom in your future to do anything that you want, because long-term plans can be changed as the time passes. So, but independently, you can just go there and accomplish your long-term plans, or just do another thing, right? Because you have money, you have freedom, and you can do that and just choose which is better for you, what is better for you. So that's my point.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Like I always think about it. We know that we are going to be a different person in the future, but I think that the best thing that we can do for us is make a secure future, so we can decide in the future what we want to do, and if we want to change, it's okay to change also. Yeah. And you said that money is the most important part of it for everyone, but okay. I think that everyone answered the question number 3, right? So yeah. So let's go to question number 4. What are you going to do if everything you planned goes wrong, Wesley?
I think it depends, what happened. I don't know if it's something that you need help of someone. Your parents can help you. So I don't know. The life is how I can say, the life is unexpected thing. Everything can happen, right? And unplanned things can happen. Like on the weekend, my shower just broken, and I should to solve the problem, you know. So everything we have problems to solve, and these ones are just unexpected. You can't I can say you can't see the future. You can't see the future. So I think it depends, but if I have to say something about it, maybe you can have some B plan about something, you know. For example, I just will take some certification, for example. But if I fail on the test, what I will do, for example? Oh, I will study more, and next one I will try again. For example, I will try on 1 month after that, you know. So I think it's important because we need to have this a peace in mind, you know. So I think it helps us a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree. For me, I just have two options, I think. Try again or choose other thing. I don't have a plan B, like explicitly have a plan B, but I would just try something new or try to find something new. Yeah. And you, Sylvia?
Uh, um, as like you, I will try to understand why it's wrong, what is wrong, and I will try again, or I will change my goals. And but I think I will do that.
Yeah. And you, Julia?
Yeah, I think if everything goes wrong, I will be upset, of course, because sometimes we made expectations, we think about the future this way, and it's difficult to accept another path, you know. But I will need to try again, as you say. I will need to accept this fate, I don't know. And sometimes the things don't go as we plan, but it's for the best, you know. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. My sister always say that we are just like sad about some lost because we invested. So if you're not sad, it's because you didn't invest anything, like any time, any effort. So it's for sure like when something goes wrong, if we invested our time and our effort, we are going to be upset with that. So the question number 5. What techniques or tools do you find effective for planning and organizing your routines and goals, Julia?
I like to use Google Agenda, but sometimes I need to write it down, everything that I need to do in the day in a piece of paper, because in the computer get lost, I don't know. And I prefer putting a paper.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we just need to keep it simple, right? For me, if I do a lot of complex things and a lot of things there, I would not follow it for sure. And you, Sylvia?
Usually I use the o Trello, and I like to doing and finish it. So it's what I usually these tools I usually use.
Yeah, Trello is great too. For me, I use Notion, but I just use like one page, and in one page, I keep my goals of the year, and then in the other, I will put my weekly planner. So I just put the week and then separate by days and have everything just one page because I tried a lot of tools, but I spend more time planning than doing. So I just get the simplest that I can. And you, Wesley?
Well, I think it depends. For short-term actions, I think you can use the Google Calendar. I use as well. Uh, for long-term things, I think Trello and or Kanban boards, so you can just I don't know, just add more detail about the task, you know. But I have to say something. The most important thing that I discovered is set deadlines to do such things. You know, you need to have some deadline to accomplish your goal, because if you don't set the deadline, you will just the time will just pass and you will not work. You know, when I discovered that I could accomplish a lot of things, you know, it helps a lot. And of course, it just worked for me. I don't know if it will work for everyone, you know. Everyone have everyone are different each other, you know. So I don't know if it will work for everyone, but it worked a lot for me. Set some deadlines.
Yeah, for me, it would not work for sure. Like, I would like to plan my life as I plan my work, but I think that is totally different. Like in work, you just have like the same things to do or different things, but it has a scope. But in your life, you have your career, you need to clean your house, you need to study, you need to take care of your family. It's a lot of things in the same place. I would like to have someone planning for me and just like I am executing it. It would be great. Okay, so the question number 6, do you consider yourself adaptable to change, and how do you react when faced with the unknown? I consider myself really adaptable to change. I love changing, and if I spend a lot of time in the same place, I think that this is bad, but if I spend a lot of time in the same place, I start to look for something new. I always like to face the unknown. Like for me, this is something that I really enjoy, and the anxiety, but also thinking that we can have something good through it. So this is something that for me it's okay. I like doing that. And you, Julia?
Yeah, I think usually I am adaptable, but it depends of the situation. I don't know. I think in the past I was more adaptable to change. I like changes, but nowadays I'm getting old. I like the no, you know. I like to my routine. I like to stay with my plans. And when something in my work don't goes well or goes different that I thought, I became very anxiety about it, so I don't react well. But we need to deal because life is always changing. We need to adapt to that.
Yeah, just expanding your comfort zone instead of going out of it, right? We need something comfortable to face something that we don't know what we'll do. Yeah. And you, Sylvia?
I consider myself adaptable, and I really love change, and I don't feel comfortable when I am doing the same thing all the time. But of course, when I have to do, I do the same. But I try in many times don't stay in a comfortable zone. So when I have to face with the unknown, it depends the situation. Sometimes, of course, I don't feel more comfortable or feel well, but I every try to understand the situation, the context, and I have control of the situation, and I try to understand my feeling and what are happening, and what I really can I do. And I try to change the situation and understand that every day everything change, and the life is all day we have changes.
Yeah, that's a great strategy and a great exercise of self-regulation. I think that sometimes we are too catastrophic and we always think about the best options,
Yeah.
but sometimes what could happen is the best thing for us and not the worst thing. So yeah, it's a great strategy. And you, Wesley?
I have to say, my mind don't like it. I don't like it changes. I think it's just a nature of the human. I don't know. Uh, because if you see the evolutionary thing, the humans when I don't know, when they had some situation they need to change, it was a challenge, right? It's I don't know, it was hard for them, and I think it's in our humanity as well. The changes are challenges for us, but the sometimes that I don't like changes, I like the challenges. So the both things just are balanced on the sorry, the both things are just balanced on my profile, because I don't, I don't like changes, but I like challenges. So it's great because I just realized that uh, those challenges make me grow up in every area of my life, in my career, in my, I don't know, with my family, every area. So I think it's important, and everyone have to exercise and accept challenges, to just grow up or challenge yourself to some goal that you want to achieve. Uh, and if I need to change on my career, or I need to go someplace that I don't know, I need some time to understand the dynamics of the situation, the people, just observing, just watching the people. But after this phase, I will not have any problem. I will understand, and the life just will continue. That's it.
Yeah, for me the same. I usually just observe and then I start to acting. And what you say about challenges and changes, we can't have one thing without other. So yeah, both things are always together. So question number 7, which area of your life is easiest for you to achieve a goal, and which one presents a greater challenge? Why, Sylvia?
For me, is the job. Um, um, every time I try to do my best and to do every day better than the last day. And I think I am a very how I don't know how can I say, I have a great expectation with myself. So I try every day to think what I have or what I can do better. And I spend almost all my time in the job. So I think because of that, this is the area it is easiest for me to achieve a goal.
Is easiest, right? And
Yeah.
the ones that is a greater challenge for you, that is like the hardest one to achieve a goal. What do you think? Not the hardest one, but the challenge.
The challenge for when I have to develop leader training, for example, and I have to help the companies change the behavior and help them to make the cultural change. And then when I note that the results, the company like the results, for me it's a great gift.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing. For me, the area of my life that is easiest for achieving a goal, as Sylvia, is my job, my career. I don't know. I think that is a controlled environment, and you have opportunities in my area. I can say like I can see the opportunities and I can try go for it. So I think that is more controlled. The environment is controlled and it's easiest to achieve a goal there. But I think that the ones that is a greater challenge is relationships, not because I am not someone that can like have relationships with other, because I love like talking with my friends, my family, spend time with the people that I love. But I think that when dealing with other persons is always a surprise. Like you not know how the other person will react, what the other person is thinking or those things. So I think that this one is the one that is a greater challenge for me. Even when we are knowing something new, like this is something always like, oh, what can I do? What can I say? Or can I say something or cannot? So yeah, I think that's it. And for you, Wesley?
I agree with you guys. I agree with Sylvia. I think the easiest area in our lives is the career, because it just requires me to sit down and focus, work or study, learn something new and do some job. So I work with technology, so I need to focus my time on some technology and just solve the problem. So I never had any problem on my career. And with my focus, I meditate more than 10 years. So my focus is sharp. So it helps me a lot. So it's a good thing. And the greater challenge, I think, is to be an adult. Every day we are learning some new things, and uh, there is there isn't a recipe for our lives. And it could be harder sometimes. So we need to learn as the time passes, and we are here just learning and evolving. So that's it.
Yeah, I agree. Being an adult is a challenge. Yeah, for sure. Like I love being an adult because we have autonomy, but sometimes I see my cat just laying in the couch and I think like I would love to be him. Yeah. And you, Julia?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the different one. For me, the easiest part of my life is my personal life. I hate to exercise, but I needed to do, so I started to do, and it was easy when I started. I feel good, and I continue to do. I try to eat very healthy, and for me, it's easy because it depends of me, and I became very motivated to do. But about my job, sometimes it doesn't depend of me improving, and for me to try to achieve a new skill. I don't know. And I am oceanographer, so it's very difficult in Brazil. We are
Yeah.
not a country that cares much about environment. So it's very difficult to find a good and honest job, and that's why
Yeah.
I want to leave Brazil. I love Brazil, but it's very, very difficult here. So this is the part of my life that is more difficult.
Yeah, I agree. I think that science is something that they don't put a lot of money on. So here in Brazil is really hard. But what you say though, like depend on me so I can do it. For me, it's the contrary. Like depend on me so it's harder to accomplish. Yeah, I would like to think like that. Okay, so we have the question number 8. What are there benefits to regularly reviewing and adjusting plans throughout the year? And why? You can give explanation on that. For me, there are, because I think that my goals always change. So now, and at the middle of the year, I have different goals. Like I can see some goals that I set on the beginning of the year, and now I say like I don't think that I want this anymore. I want another thing. So yeah, I think that there has a lot of benefits, and not so we should not be so coupled to the goals too. Like we are a different person right now, so it's okay if you want to change something. Yeah. And you, Julia, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to revisit our goals all the time because they are always changing, and sometimes it not depends of us, but sometimes things happen when we need to review our plans and adjust. maybe put another deadline, or maybe ask for help.
Yeah, I agree. And you, Wesley?
I think it's important, and it could ensure that we are on trails, working in our goals. But it could be a problem if you are just changing your goals every time, because it could be a risk to not achieving any goals. So you need to have well-defined goals and a routine to accomplish your goals. Just if you are just revisiting and adjusting just to postpone the goal, it could be a problem.
Yeah, I agree in this part too. And you, Sylvia?
I think it's a good idea to review the plans, because every day things change. So as I make my plans every day, every day I have to review, because all the time I have to change the priorities, for example. And I think it's a good idea to review and to reprioritize.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really important, this part, like having priorities and then being able to rearrange that. Yeah, it's a great point. In question number 9, failing to plan is planning to fail. Let's discuss the idea. What do you think, Sylvia? As you are a planning person, you think when you how can I say that? Like when you plan something and you fail on planning, you think that you fail it, or like what do you think about it?
Sometimes I fail, and I think it's okay to fail, because I consider myself an adaptable person. If I am an adaptable person, I have to consider in any time I will fail. So again, I try to concentrate myself and understand what is the fail, and what can I do to change the situation. So I don't be I'm not feel bad if something is wrong, will be wrong.
Yeah.
For me, it's okay.
Yeah, that's a great mindset. Like we can plan and also think that we are going to change things, and that's okay. What do you think, Wesley?
Well, I agree that we need to plan, but also we need to execute and review those plans. If you don't have any plans, your life will be just a random thing, and your life will depends of your luck. So I don't like to live in this way.
Yeah, I got it. And you, Julia?
Yeah, I agree, but I think sometimes we didn't plan some situation and it still goes well. We cannot predict everything. It's not because we plan that we'll succeed.
Yeah, we can also add new things there, and we not have space for the old things. So I agree. I'm going to skip to the question number 12. So, have you ever experienced the transformation of a long-held dream into something that no longer feels like a dream? And what was the dream about, and why do you think it no longer feels like a dream? So it's basically like you had a dream in the past, and now this is not a dream anymore. You didn't achieve, but it's not a dream anymore. Like, what was this dream about, and why do you think that it no longer feels like a dream, Wesley?
I don't know, maybe be an adult and make a lot of money. I think everyone just dreams with it, because it's important we can achieve everything that we want. We will have freedom. If you want to do some post-degree or some graduation as well, you just go there and you work because you have money, you have freedom. So I think it's everything. But I think another important thing is have someone that you love, in your side, helping you, and you could just help the people as well. So uh, I already have this, and I feel lucky this way, So I think it's important as well. That's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you, Julia?
I don't know. I think I had the dream that I was going to study the ocean and live in the beach and save the ocean, and now I just want to earn some money to live comfortable and have a job that is not horrible. So I think it's not a dream anymore. It's like real life. So it's different.
Yeah, for me it's the same. And you, Sylvia?
I'm thinking about, I don't know, really.
Like a dream when you were a kid, for example?
Sorry?
When you were a kid, a child, like you had a dream and now you are like, oh, this is not me anymore.
Maybe when I was a teenager, I would like to be, I forgot the word, comissária de bordo. So, but after many years after, of course, I gave up, and I remember this in this moment.
Yeah. For me, I feel like Julia now. I had a dream of being, when I was a teenager, of being an actress and being really famous, like being known by everyone in the world. But now I just think like, oh, I want to live a calm life with the people that I love around me and have a comfortable life. So for me, this is more important now. And I don't want to like the whole world know me. Yeah, for sure. Hi guys. How was the conversation in the breakout room? Did you enjoy it? Could you go through all the questions?
It was good.
That's good, but it's a very deep subject for me
Oh, okay.
personally.
That's great.
It's okay for me. I would like to apologize for my colleagues because I leave the room before the time. When you pop up the message, I click. I don't perceive the make wrong.
No problem, no problem.
I always do that.
I answered in less than a minute.
That's great. And Shanderson, so let's answer the question number 12. Do you have a dream? Like, do you had a dream in the past that is not a dream anymore? Like, what was this dream about, and why do you think that it no longer feels like a dream that you have? Like, it's not a goal that you have anymore.
Well, it's a good question. I have dream with a car extravagant. So I think, well, my first car needs to Audi, for example. My first car needs to BMW. In this moment, this is not my goals. I even need to buy a car for this moment. So I don't think this more. But the first thing happens that I go, my first car need to Audi, BMW. It's a extravagant car.
Yeah, sometimes we need to rethink that, right? And for you, Jonas, is the question number 12.
When I was almost a child, I think I was expecting that I was going to be an architect. I started to study in this path, so I did technical school. I have my degree as a construction technician. After that, I did start architecture college, and I did start college as an architect, but I did not continue. I come back to college to get a civil engineering degree. And after everything I did, I just changed my field, and now I am a software engineer. I am way better than when I was thinking about the civil engineer field.
Oh, that's good. Do you feel happy with that decision?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
think
was
that-
something I should have done a long time ago.
Yeah, no, but I think that like doing that now, you have other views for this. So
Yeah.
this is important also to think. But it's good that go on.
Change your field 38 was not easy.
Oh, I can imagine for sure. Yeah, but that's great that you could achieve that. Sylvia, what do you think about this conversation? How was your experience, your first time here on TNT?
It was great because for me it was a great surprise. I didn't know what happened and how I will feel. So it was very nice. I liked too much. I would like to know if every week has this kind of class, and if everybody can join the group.
Yeah, for sure. Like we have a group that everybody can join. And also we have not just every week, but every hour we have conversations and you can see in the planner. Yeah. If you want, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. I will send you here on the chat and you can send me, right? And we can talk about it. Yeah. So I sent you this survey. Please feel free to give any feedback for me, for my immersion. If you want to suggest any topic, I will be here next week. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Have